Hi, I'm John Fraser with the Polaris Travel Experts YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of 5-Minute Review, where we're going to be sharing our experience at the Sandals Royal Curacao. Come join us.
We jumped on the opportunity to visit Sandals Royal Curacao. As a diver, I was so excited to be able to finally experience diving in one of the ABC Islands. I was also excited for my first official stay at a Sandals resort. It's about a half hour from the airport and is in an isolated part of the island, so things are really wide open. The property was amazing. It's a big property and they're still building on. I love the island and will highly recommend this property to people with a few caveats around the diving. Let's talk about the diving first, as there are some things you need to be warned about. This was the area I was most excited about and the only area where I was disappointed. If you are a non-diver, you can skip this entire section of the video. First off, there are sticklers here for documentation and go beyond what is reasonable. If you think you may answer yes to anything on a health questionnaire, make sure to bring a doctor's note. I was denied my first dive due to this. While many dive shops will let things go with an explanation, they will not. This is not my beef with them, however. While I wish it had been forwarded to me in advance so I could have brought my doctor's note, the policy is reasonable in my opinion and makes sense from a safety perspective. If you are concerned, reach out to them in advance and request a copy of the waiver. It could save your dive and save you money visiting the in-house doctor. The next policy is where I have a problem. It's quite honestly asinine, antiquated, insulting, and ruined my overall experience trying to dive here. They will not accept electronic dive logs, which is what most of the industry has gone to. I'm a certified dive master and had 11 dives in the previous 9 days before arriving, including instructing and dives with 2 other dive shops on the island this trip with no problems. They still made me do a refresher because I did not bring a signed paper dive log. Very few people I know even keep a paper dive log anymore. In the past 10 years of diving with 20 plus dive operations, the only time I've ever been asked to present a paper dive log is for certifications, and even then, they accepted my electronic logs. The last negative on the diving here is that it's first come, first served, and you are not guaranteed a spot on the boat. Divers do get shut out, which, for what guests are paying to stay here, is unacceptable in my opinion. Make sure to get down to the shop very early in your stay to reserve a spot and jump through all their hoops. On dive days, make sure you show up early or risk a standby person getting your spot. Outside of the office people, the guys on the boat were great. The diving is amazing with great coral and sea life. I saw multiple huge moray eels, the biggest I've ever seen. And unlike other resorts, they try to be sensible with bottom times so that the dives were reasonable. You are still diving with large groups and stuck with limitations of the person who runs out of air first, but they made the profiles such to maximize air consumption, and my dives were between 45 and 55 minutes. Now on to the many things I liked about the resort. First, the rooms are really nice. This property was just redone a few years back, so everything feels new. Keep in mind, they will not allow solo travelers here. I was traveling with a friend and they were nice enough to bring in a roll-away bed for us, as there is a considerable size difference between he and I did not want to be the little spoon. Check out our 360 companion video for 360 tours of different room categories. The second thing that stood out to us was the food. It's incredible here. There are 8 restaurants on property. My favorite was Aeolus, the Mediterranean option. The views from this restaurant are incredible and the food was so outstanding. I also like the food trucks for lunches. We only had a few days to experience the property and it was nice to grab something quick before one of my afternoon dives. For those of you night owls, the pizza is a pretty solid option from Pietra and is one of your only options late at night. There are multiple pools on site and hot tubs. The hot tubs are tucked away in beautiful little alcoves surrounded by landscaping. Even if you don't get in them, it's worth walking through the area to appreciate the flowers and natural vibes. I absolutely loved the 2-tier infinity pool. Have some fun with the optical illusions the top tier makes. No travel agents were harmed during the filming of this video, although a few may have experienced hangovers. The beach here is one of the most common things people ask us about. It's actually really nice. While it's on an inlet, so you can't swim out due to frequent boat traffic, the sand is nice, there are plenty of places to sit, and you can still see tropical fish. If you're bummed that you can't go for a run on the beach, not to worry. There's a very nice walking trail you'll have access to that goes through the nearby hills. There is also a golf course right next to the property where you can get out and get some exercise. The green fees are not included, but you do get a discount. There is also a very nice gym on the property to work off some of the great food, or not, you are on vacation. There's nightly entertainment here. It was okay. The singers and dancers were good, and they tried to put some variety in it. They also have karaoke, silent discos, dance-themed nights, and other things to do with your fellow guests, which are a lot of fun. One of the great things about going to Curacao is getting out and meeting the people. It's very much a melting pot, and the people are so friendly. I recommend going down to Williamstad and walking around. There are a lot of great bars, restaurants, street art, and things to do. You can check out our companion video geared towards cruise customers for more information about this area. We absolutely fell in love with the island of Curacao and this property. The food and service here were far superior to the other all-inclusive we stayed at during this trip. Outside of the check-in staff, the diving experience itself was good. You can check out our companion 360 tour videos and other 5-minute reviews about Sandals Royal Curacao and the island of Curacao by visiting the links below. For more information or help planning your trip to Curacao, reach out to one of our qualified team members. Our contact information can also be found in the description below.
Thanks for checking out this episode of 5-Minute Review. Did you know that we don't charge our customers planning fees? And in fact, in many instances, we get our customers better deals than they can get going direct. So if you're ready to travel and you're not already working with a travel professional, consider giving our team an opportunity to help you plan your next great adventure. And if you're enjoying our videos, please give us a like below, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you can stay up with all the latest and greatest content. Until we see you again, travel and be well.